and welcome back to Let's Play 35 plus years of Advanced Squad Leader. We're back with on a Monday, which means hello, Rob.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Yourself?
Going pretty good. Can't complain.
We'll wait and see what the dice have to say for us.
That's
Um,
I've been losing games left and right, but it's still okay.
so we're back with Sturm Group Beton. This was the Fallschirmjägers in Belgium as they landed on May 10th. So we're continuing our part two. We're on turn 3 with the Belgians starting their turn. We've already rolled for weather, and at this point, it's we're getting ready to see if the Belgians here can get stuff going now that they are not pinned essentially forever.
Right. That's right.
Now they
Yeah, it's
actually have
been
some movement they can
an
do.
interesting slash frustrating first two turns of futility. Yes.
Well, we'll see if you
Okay, so
can if you can make up for lost time, as they say.
yeah, so we did win change. Let me just quickly reacquaint myself with the situation on the ground here.
Hmm.
What did I have going? Do we need to deploy anybody? No. We need to recover any weapons. I think anywhere we had the opportunity, we either died or broke the gun. Over there, over there. What's in there? Who are you? Okay. Who are you? You're the other one. Okay.
Yeah,
Of course.
I got a few things to try.
Okay. All right. So no other rally phase activities. I don't think I have any actual rallies. Oh wait, maybe I do.
I was gonna say it is your turn, so you at
Yeah,
least have
let's
one
see.
free one if you want to try.
Yeah, I think we'll try S9.
Sure.
Why not? Ba, 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 ba.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, wow, look at that. Back to life. Join the war, dude. Okay, that's it for me. I'm sure you've got some.
I am going to yeah, I've got two. I'm gonna do my leader with the DC first. All right. Um, that's
Oh my
a
goodness
wound
gracious.
check. So he's just wounded. That stays there. And then I have my squad in A8. They are DM'd, but they're weird Supermen. They won't get it, but they will, I believe, lose DM for the moment. And
For the moment, cool.
that'll be it for me for now. I will try to pick up the MMG in E7. I will get it. I don't want the AT gun, as tempting as that might be. And I don't think I have any other options to pick stuff up. So that's it for me.
Okay, so over to ye old prep fire phase.
Ye
Do
old.
we want to do any prep fire? Let's see. All right, we got the medium machine gun there. You guys in the center in stone buildings, so that's not good. But we do have your guy in L11.
Mm-hmm. Or L13.
Looking L13, sorry, yeah. Looking pretty shootable. And he's kind of clogging up the works. So we're going to take a shot at that cat from N14.
Sure.
So I think we got an 8.
8-5.
Uh, 8. Well, we got low visibility, right? Remember
Oh,
that
right. So
nightmare?
there's, yeah. So it's 8 up 1.
8 up 1. Yeah, I'm getting
10 is
off on the
off.
right foot. Getting off on the right foot. No rate and no effect. I think everybody else that side of the world has to move because they're useless where they are. AT gun. Does he want to try and get lucky against P11? Or does he want to do something a little less sporting? I think he will take the cowardly route, so he's not going to shoot. Um, let's see, my heavy machine guns. They are in a good but terrible location. I have a question for you, my friend, and it may require a rules dive. I apologize. But
Uh-oh.
these dopey slopes and line of sight, can this guy see this hex? Is the question of the day. I'll have to look
I
up that.
believe so, because the slope doesn't prevent line of sight unless it's like a two slopes or something. Um,
I know that it's just goofy beyond belief, and I did not have time to reread the rule.
no, that's fine.
Unfortunately,
Honestly,
we just were.
slope is always annoying because of just how it doesn't come up in the original game, and even now they don't provide that in a like if you buy Beyond Valor, 2025 edition, they don't give you a little text thing that explains slopes. You just have to kind of
No,
figure
yeah, I
out.
was looking through everything I had, and I couldn't find the rules until you sent me
Yeah,
the screenshot,
Camp
which is
Proof
I'm trying to
Piper.
find where. Oh, it was you sent that on Discord, right?
Most likely. So essentially, slopes are neither obstacles nor hindrances. Being up a slope affects LOS only in that upslope location and is treated as being 3/4 of a level higher than normal to LOS that begins or ends in that location and crosses an upslope hex side of that location.
So our example would be like AA14 to CC13, right? Would that be the same as our? I'm looking in the examples of the play aid you sent me.
Of the slope
So it
blade,
looks
yeah.
like
Let me see
our
if I can load that.
situation is he would be downhill on a hedge hex side, exactly like this AA14 to CC13 allowed, unless entrenched. Okay, so it doesn't block line of sight. So when does it ever AA12?
If anything, one of the things that makes upslopes a little worse, like in this case, so I'm just trying to see here if there's a way to look at this a little bit better. Is there a thing that mentions? I don't like the play aid because it's just like everything's a slope, so it's hard to just like pick one or two. Because the thing that makes slopes a little bit dangerous is that if a slope is 3/4 height over regular, right? Walls are half level, so 3/4 means that you don't get the benefit of the hedge, right? If you're calculating it through halves and 3/4, then you wouldn't get it, which is very weird.
I see, because you'd be so, but that's on the upslope side, not the downslope side, right? And which is upslope and which is how does this work? Defined by the upslope and down. Downslope are those containing the slope. Okay, so that's a downslope location, right?
Yeah, so a slope hexside
I
represents an
see.
undulation of terrain. Blah blah blah. It gives an upslope. It always references like the one that this comes from is Kampfgruppe Piper. So in the
An
rule book,
upslope
it
is
references that.
oh,
So a slope hexside is represented by brown hash marks along that hexside. So the entire hexside is marked as a slope, but not the slope artwork itself. Um, yeah, actually, you know what? It's funny because that doesn't really help all that much. A location whose hex contains one or more slope hex sides is either upslope or downslope to LOS drawn across that hex side to or from that hex. If the slope lines are in the location's hex, the location is defined as being downslope across that hex side. So N8 is upslope, O8 is downslope.
Right, right, got it. Yeah. So we would have hex TEM would be able to get downslope TEM, but there aren't three slope hex sides, so there's no downslope TEM, and you can't claim both. It's one or the other. Okay, makes sense. All right, so that is not a blind hex to that cat. Okay. So what are we gonna do? These heavy machine guns are gonna get shot up. That's bad. It's all kinds of bad, man. All right. Maybe there's something we could do about that. All right. So they're not prep firing. Casemate, right? As I keep looking to shoot them at something and then realizing that they can only see the bridge.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then all right. So the 8-0 in that squad mistakenly put in a building with a mortar that the gods broke and destroyed for me for screwing up my setup. Apologies to my opponent for making last minute adjustments without rereading the rules and putting stuff in all kinds of illegal and stupid locations. Sorry about that.
Nah, that's okay.
Oh my God. 5. Okay, so they're within normal range. So I could take a pot shot at your 758. Okay. J8 will take a shot at E6.
J8 to E6, sure.
I think that's a 4 up 1. Just low
Sounds
visibility.
right. Yep.
Okay.
Unless I can somehow claim the emplaced, even though I don't own the gun.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
can you get emplaced if you're not the original owner of the?
That isn't. I mean, it's the gun that's emplaced,
Because at that
and the
point, like,
crew.
why would you not pick up the gun to get the +2? You just don't have to use it, right?
Right. Right. Yeah. That. I have no idea if it, like, if the original crew is destroyed, if it goes away. I have no idea.
Gotcha.
Would have to read the rule. It's an interesting question.
Hmm.
Interesting question. But, I will continue finishing my turn so I don't make you wait 100 years. I think that's it for prep fire. Go into the movement phase.
Sounds good.
Okay. First things first. Half squad in 07.
Mm-hmm.
1,
Sure.
2,
Yep.
3.
You're there for 3.
Okay. Mortar guy. What's that? 3 portage points. Is he green? He is not. So he has what? 3 movement points?
No, he's got 4. Because
He's got
half squads and squads have 3 portage point.
3 portage points. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay. So he will go. What's he gonna do? Where do you want to go, dude? And this is the land of no cover. This is so horrifying. I guess he will go. Make a stack. 1,
Sure.
2,
Mm-hmm.
'kay. That's fine there. Next guy will be this green squad.
Sure.
1,
Mm-hmm.
2,
Yep.
3.
You're there.
Okay. Next will be this green squad all the way up here.
Mm-hmm.
What's he want to do? Ooh, assault move to S10.
Okay.
Okay. Our crew is going to attempt to. Well, let's see. Do they want to manhandle the gun? They have what? 758 with a leader. Yeah, we should have put 5. That was stupid. So we lose our +2 if we move. Yeah, he's fine. He'll stay there.
Okay.
All right, next, let's see. Half squad in L15.
Mm-hmm.
We will.
Have to pay the 1 to get out no matter what.
Assault move. So that's for, let's see, 1, 2, 3.
Are you allowed to do it as a combined payment?
Well, assault move, right? 1 hex, as many movement points as you need to spend, and you get to shoot at him anywhere for the 3 points, right?
But isn't Foxhole a different location? Because then you would be moving 2 locations. Yeah, a unit in a foxhole is not the same location as a unit outside the foxhole. So you can't go out of the foxhole and also leave that hex as an assault move.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's because every time you're below a foxhole, the only time you can get out of a foxhole, like you could do that move as an advance, but advance is treated differently as assault move.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's weird like that.
My loose relationship with the rules. No worries. So then he will go out of the foxhole 1.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Okay.
You seem remarkably okay with that.
Well, you know, it's just if you can go in CC if you want. That's fine.
Okay, guys in L16 with the leader.
Okay.
What do we have here? Yeah, that's a big stack, but we had a building. Okay. They will go. Where? One to K16.
Sure.
3 to J15.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. They're good there. These guys. That same deal. They cannot assault move out of foxhole, right?
Yeah, if you were to assault move out of the foxhole, you'd still be an M16.
Right. All right, I guess they'll just have to stay where they are. Alrighty. Okay, on going to K6.
Mm-hmm.
Green guy. 1.
I will take the opportunity to shoot with the leader. So he's going to shoot the MMG. He is forfeiting his leadership bonus because he's shooting alone. It's also halved because he's shooting a machine gun by himself. And there is, I want to say, just the +1. Because it's non-assault movement, right?
This is non-assault movement. I thought
Yeah.
they said something about TEM on the bridge, but I could be misremembering the scenario.
No, you might be right. It's worth checking out. Because it'll either be a flat or +1. So I'll roll. He won't. Oh no, wait. Does he cower because he's shooting by himself? I forget.
I forget. Yeah, that's my
That's
loose relationship with the rules.
just gonna see if there's anything about the bridge here because it might be considered a stone bridge with TM purposes. Okay, yeah. So it's still got the +1. So there's an up 1 shot, which means no matter what, it still won't do anything. Now, as for cowering, I have a feeling like they still do.
Oh, because he can't direct his own fire. Is that where we're going?
Well, so it's not, I don't think cowering matters um, if he's shooting by himself because it's not really a directed. I don't know how it. Like you don't get your leadership bonus. Like you can issue that.
SMC support weapon usage cowering A9.12. Let's see what that says.
So it's kind of like when you have a +1 leader, you can have him direct, but he doesn't lose.
The support weapon is exempt from cowering.
Yeah, that's so weird that's okay. Well, I mean, I'll take it, but there is a 1 residual on that hex.
Right. And that was 1 movement point.
Correct. I will 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll take the opportunity to shoot with the 7.58. So it's 3.5 up 1. 6 on 3.5. I believe will be.
Was the stone bridge +1 TEM?
Yeah, so it's normal. It's non-assault movement. -1 LV for +1 brings it to 5.
Well, +1,
Up 1 for
so
stone.
net +1.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
6 on a 3.5 is normal morale check, so I just barely scraped by.
Uh-oh. Normal morale check.
All right.
Well, we don't pass normal morale checks.
And then that's still just a 1 residual.
Yipper. Okay. Next guy. This is just so dumb. He will. What's he gonna do? Oh, whatever. 1.
So it'd be a 1 down 1? Because you.
Sounds about.
I don't think you get the
right.
TM on that one. Doesn't matter. You're good.
2.
It's still good.
3.
Sounds good?
Plate CX. 4. Oops. 4.
Sure.
Okay, that works. That's fine. Okay. What else do we got? Just the heavies. You know, if you're gonna sit there like a dope, you should have shot.
Okay, well, I will take that shot. Is that an assault or
Assault move?
okay? So assault move. So that would be a 5 up 2.
Sounds about right.
5 up 2 from L9. Okay, well, it seems like good dice are chasing you from last game too.
This has been a theme for me this week.
1 morale check. That's crazy.
Leader. Pins. Squad. Breaks. Squad. Breaks.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. Absolutely fine.
I'm gonna talk with the union that works on Dicebot here, because this is like, I want to be happy for my rolls, but this has been 2 games in a row where like I've gotten really good rolls consistently.
Yeah,
So
I am going through a week where my opponents are averaging under 6 and I'm averaging above 8, and
oh
it's,
Jesus.
has me questioning my life decisions why I play this game.
Yeah, I've been there, that's for
Why
sure.
am I playing? Why am I taking 5+2 shots that erase my army?
Mm,
Why is this continually happening to me?
it turns into a weird spectator sport where you just don't know what the heck's going on.
I lost 3 tanks in one turn last night.
Oh my god.
All 3 of them needed, well, one needed a 4 to hit, 2 needed 5 to hit. Hit, 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 burn, burn, burn.
No, that's
It was fun.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it was fun. It was great. Uh, okay. Everybody has moved. Defensive.
All right. Defensive. I'm gonna do the easy one here. I'm gonna throw the DC. Uh, does it? We did this last time. Does it blow up immediately, or is it an advanced fire phase thing where it blows up?
Uh, it was one of those things where it depended on what phase you did it in, right?
Okay.
Prone DC.
Because I know
Like the
we've
rules were different for prep fire and maybe prep fire and defensive fire were the same.
right. I
I
do
don't fully
remember
quite
there's it's 2 dice rolls.
Yeah, all right. So it may be thrown into an adjacent location uh, by any unpinned good order capable of support weapon use during any friendly fire phase. So they've already used a support weapon, right?
Yeah. Well, they shot, so they
So
get to use a support weapon as their second.
as their yeah, they can do a second support weapon, right?
Yeah.
So
Um.
during any friendly fire phase or defensive first fire,
So it says
prone
it's
DC
resolved immediately
cannot be
on the
thrown
30.
fire. Right, so additional +2. Resolved immediately on the 30 firepower column. Both the target and the thrower's locations are immediately attacked by the DC. The thrower's location receives a +3 DRM.
Yeah, and it's 2 die
Separate
rolls.
DR for the 2 attacks, yeah.
And I imagine that the LV hindrance applies. So we'll do the up 3 on your guys. So 11 on 30 is a 1 morale check.
Yeah, I will proceed to instantly fail both of these.
Well,
Oh, and you just blew yourself up? Nicely done. Well, let
it's a
me pass fail
plus.
my morale checks for you before you have to do that. Yeah, so 437 broken and ELR'd. The 248 passed. Miracle.
He'll. Oh yeah, he doesn't even pin test check. Now mine's weird. So I've got a +3 for throwing, +1 for LV, and then +3 for stone. So I'm at a +7. So I turn an obvious KIA to a 2 morale check, and I will still break, but I will prefer not losing my guy. Oh, okay. Well, that happened. I won't say
Yeah,
I'm.
I mean, with your broken side morale, it's probably not the worst thing that ever happened.
Oh yeah, no. Like I
Come
can.
back
I should be able to route to L10 and then hopefully rally.
and just come back on a 6, even though you're under DM.
Yeah, just the
You guys are pretty resilient dudes.
silliness
Okay.
about it.
In
I
the defensive.
I will take the opportunity for N11 to shoot at your guys in. Actually, man, I didn't realize they were in stone building. I don't know why. Then I will change my mind and shoot the 248. So it is a 7 up 3. Do my guys cower? I forget.
They cannot cower. They're fanatic.
That's right. They're fanatic. That's why I was. Yeah. So they don't cower, but it's a up 3. So 9 on 7's a pin test check.
Inject.
Yeah, and only because they're not concealed.
Okay, they're fine.
He's passed. All right. I'm going to take a chance with P11 on your AT gun because I don't think I can really see anybody else.
Okay.
So it is a 7 up 3. So it's a up 4, but the leader's a -1. Uh,
Eh,
so up 3. So 7 on 7 is a normal and sniper.
He just keeps up with these rolls. He's pinned.
I was hoping to break him.
And sniper, no good.
Um,
No love for the sniper.
what else can I do here? I will not toss a DC from L13, but I will shoot the guy in L14 for a 10 up 1. 8 on 10 is at least a normal. Yeah,
Yeah,
should be
probably
a
at least
normal.
a one check, right?
No, it's a normal. Well,
Yeah, okay. I'm, up to my usual tricks.
I'll take whatever I can get at this point. And then the stack in J11 should be able to see the guys in L8. It's just a straight line.
Yeah,
Um,
it seems reasonable.
it is an up 3 shot for 2 hindrance plus LV, -2 for leader. So it is a 15 up 1. 8 on 15 is 1 check.
One check. Okay. Broken and disrupted guy.
Okay.
Actually sticks around. And the other guy, of course, does not.
Sniper doesn't activate. Very good. And then, do I have anybody else? I don't think I do. So, advanced fire phase.
All right. So I might as well shoot all the stuff I forgot to shoot. Oh no, the AT gun got pins that he can't shoot. He can't see anybody.
He
Nor
can. He
can
just has a
see.
bunch of penalties, which at the end of the day isn't going to make it worth it. So,
Yeah, yeah. Let's see who else. Everybody else broke, right? Yeah, everybody broke. Every single guy broke. All right. No advancing fire.
okay. Routes, starting with the Belgians.
All right. So let's see. What do we got?
Orchards count as route locations too. Keep that in mind.
Right. So that would mean that. All right. I'll start with L8. So the disrupted guy can't do anything.
I'm actually not sure because normally he would surrender if he was adjacent, but since the broken guy's broken, or the adjacent guy's broken. I'm wondering if he has to low crawl because he wouldn't be able to end his turn adjacent, right?
Right. So
I
I
don't
think
know how that works.
The other guy has to go to L7. We know that.
Yep.
And he won't unstack. So we'll put him in L7.
And then you can continue if you want.
Yeah, he might as well go in the building. Well, wait a minute. We have to worry about stacking
Yeah.
because we have other candidates for that building. Right, because in movement points. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these guys can go to that building.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame I broke that one guy in L9. That would have prevented a lot of that.
Well, I got to leave all my machine guns behind, but
That's true. That's true.
it's very bad. But and the leader will go with them. Let's see. All right, I got these guys over here.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna low crawl again. That's all they can do.
Sounds
And
good.
actually, he has to go to I6 because that would be closer, I think.
Does G6 see the guys in J11? I think they might.
G6 to
Yeah.
J11.
So they can't. So the guys in G6 are stuck there.
They're stuck. Okay.
Yeah. Which how does that work? Yeah, I guess they're just stuck there. I don't know how that works. Because
There's nobody adjacent to them.
Because the only thing I can think of is they would failure to route, but how does that? Because do they have to route? And the answer is
Yeah, that's the question: is do they have to? All right, I'll go read it.
because okay, so A10.5. During the route phase, a broken unit not in melee may not remain in the same open ground hex in the normal range and
Normal
LOS.
range, right?
And then because he's getting closer, I can't take him prisoners, so I think they are failure to route.
Right. So I think he's eliminated for failure.
Yeah. This is one of a very rare circumstance because normally it's all just prisoners. And then,
Okay.
yeah, guy on bridge and then guy at the bottom.
Yeah, guy on bridge. He's pretty obviously going to go to the building.
Is he
Or
in?
actually, yeah, because
Does
anything
he?
else would be closer to that guy.
He is
Or
on
would
a higher level too, so he's fine. Okay.
yeah.
Because
Okay.
I was gonna say he could potentially get interdicted from the MMG, but I think the higher level saves him on that one.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Do we have anybody? Yeah, I got it. What do we got? We got this guy here. So I think he's going to have to go. So he can go 1, 2, 3, 4 into the foxhole, which is in an orchard. And it's the same number of movement points as the building.
Yeah, because it would be what 2 to go over, 3 into foxhole, and then out.
I think
Yeah, yeah.
4
You could
movement points either way, right?
because you could either go. Yeah, you kind of have dealer's choice. Either you go. Oh wait, that's. So if you go here, it'd be 5, right? Because it'd be 4 to J15.
Oh, J15 is there as well. Okay,
Yeah.
so I think he has to go to J15.
Yeah, and you do have the leader there too, so that's a nice little
Yeah, yeah.
bonus.
6 of one, half dozen the other.
Don't underestimate the 9-1s. They can be nasty.
Okay. All right. I think that's all of my routes.
Okay. I am going to take the opportunity to have my guy in L9 just go back to L10 because I really don't trust his location there. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
Oh, disrupted guy. Does he get failure to route 2?
He might. Let's
Because it's the
disrupt it
same
guy.
thing. Like he can't normal route, but he's still broken, right?
Yeah, let's see. Disrupted guy. What's the rules for disrupted guy?
Because the only location he could go to would be A5 to get away, but I don't know how that's disruption A19.12.
All right. So he will surrender if he becomes adjacent.
So disrupted infantry do not route unless in open
Go to
ground.
order on known. All right. So he was not. They do not route unless in a blaze location or open ground, or if the only armed any units adjacent are in melee, may not disrupted until rallied or captive. They do not prevent enemy movement, but do prevent route through them.
Yeah, so essentially, your guy could have been this guy in L8. You can route him to L7 because it says, or if the only armed enemy units adjacent are, oh, I get, yeah. Okay, so disrupted infantry do not route unless in an open ground hex, which this guy is, so he has to route. Or if the only armed enemy units adjacent are in melee, berserker, vehicular, which I guess he's not because he was broken, so never mind on that one. And they can't use low crawl, so yeah, this guy has to route, but he can't use low crawl, and his only available destination is A5. So I think he gets failure to route, or he takes interdiction. I'm trying to think of like
20.
what else. You could technically route south because you're not getting closer to A8. You're staying
I
equidistant.
think you mean west, but I got you.
Oh yeah. South on the you would be getting closer. Never mind.
Yeah, I think the only way, the only direction he can route is through B6,
Yeah. But then
right?
yeah.
But that's an interdiction hex.
Yeah. And he technically doesn't have a destination there and he can't low crawl. So I think he my
Right.
assumption
Well,
would be
you're
he gets eliminated for
if
failure
you
to
can't
route.
reach wood you're building in 6 movement points, you can select any hex as your destination. So he could select A5,
Oh,
but I
okay.
don't. But I think if he can't route without being interdicted, he's eliminated for failure to route, right?
No, so you're thinking he would become prisoner.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
There's nobody adjacent. Okay,
Yes, and
I
yeah.
think I think he just has to get interdicted in B6.
So morale checks for B6, A6, and then A5.
So 3 morale checks, needing a 6. This ought to be interesting. Doink,
Win- All
doink,
right.
doink. Yeah, okay, whatever.
ASL is the land of contrast. Wow.
And I won't roll under 7 again for the rest of the game.
That's right. All the magic got used up for a green
For a
disrupted.
disrupted conscript half squad. That's just great.
No, they're full squad. They're full squad.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
small
that's a
small
difference
favors.
maker.
All right. I think that's it for routes. So
Yep.
advances.
Advances. Okay. So what's the stacking situation here? I'm just looking to see if these are squads or half squads.
Mm-hmm.
That's a full squad. Okay. That's a full squad. Okay. So I guess the mortar will just stay where he is. Fine.
Sure.
Right, they'll stay where they are. The casemate guys will stay where they are. My machine guns will stay where they are. That's just great. We will advance to R10.
Okay.
Leader and squad. What do they want to do? They don't want to go in the box. What do you guys want to do, you idiots? Still going to the foxhole. Medium machine gunner is fine where he is. Give you something to think about. What do I got? What is this guy? I broke an elite half squad. So I guess they'll chill in the building for now. Guy up top goes into the building. I guess more to God will go to M7. That's everybody.
Sounds good. No CC. German turn 4. Weather. All right.
Interesting.
I think that's clockwise too. I have to check here. One hex clockwise. So it is turning pure west. All right. I don't think there's any smoke or anything to worry about.
Right.
Making big changes here. Rally phase. So, I've got 3 broken guys. They can all self-rally. So, I guess we'll do the harder one first. L10 with the +4. He'll make it because, of course. Leader with a DC. Okay. And then the squad. Okay, well, freaking.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you know, just casually.
Sure.
If I only roll 5 the entire game, then the game is easy, as they say. Yeah, okay, I'm under 6. That's insane. I know it's like, it's just the start and there's 18 rolls, but, you know.
You know.
It's somehow that doesn't really change much.
That's right. I should have checked mine before the irrelevant 3 morale checks that I just passed, but I don't even want to know. I'm not clicking on the button. Don't want to know.
That's fair. But yeah, that's my. I think that is my my rally phase.
Hey, I got some stuff to do. Guy up in the building will just take his DM off. Disrupt the guy, can't do nothing. Alright, in the building in L6. So what are we looking at, boys? We're looking at 4s for those guys? That sound right?
For L6,
3s.
threes.
Well, anyway, top guy, bottom guy.
Damn.
Nothing. Right, because he's a 6, goes to 2, building 3, but the leader is worthless, so didn't make it. I forgot their broken side morale was down 1. They're great. They're fantastic. Okay, what else? All right, I got down in J15.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have a leader there that's not worthless. Correct. So he's a 2, building 3, leader 4. Roll a 5, of course. And the guy who was not under DM is
Right.
7, 8, 9.
Yeah, it makes it. Just barely, but makes it nonetheless. Okay.
I think that's it for me.
Sounds good. Prep fire phase. I don't know how much of a prep fire phase I have here. Yeah, that guy's in a stone building. It's not much of a point. That's right. He can't self-rally, so unless you're sending a squad out there, that's not really something for me to worry about. Yeah, okay. I think the only one I'm going to try here is P11 against the AT gun.
Sounds about right.
So same as last time, 7 up 3. Another normal morale check and sniper. And then I'll just take the CX off.
Okay, sniper. Oh, we get something. 4 to the 2. Where is my sniper?
Your sniper
That's yours.
is there.
Ah, there he is. Oh.
So 4-2, he'll probably. Oh, he's gonna pin this guy, L13. Oh no, wait, he goes after the wounded leader. Sorry.
Yeah, 4 to the 2, so he goes to him.
He is wounded a second time. Which I forgot.
Does that kill him?
No, so oh, I don't like this rule. I feel like they should change it. A wounded leader only adds a +1 to their roll on the wound check. So if I rolled a 4 or higher, he'd be dead instead of the regular 5 or higher. But I find that weird because like a leader can take infinite amounts of wound checks, and as long as he doesn't roll a 4 or higher, then he's always fine.
Yep, yep. There is no additional penalty for being wounded more than once.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's very
Excuse me.
very dumb in my opinion.
Okay.
All right, so I think the only other thing I can think of is I'm gonna put opportunity fire on N11.
In 11, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he'll lose his CX, and he's marked opportunity fire. I'll go to movement. In the movement phase, a lot of options here. So the second time wounded leader is going to use his fantastic amount of movement to assault move to L17 for 2. Since he
Sounds like a fun move.
can't do anything else. The guy with a DC in L13 is going to assault move to L12.
Like a lot of fun.
I have options here, and I don't like them. 5, 4, 8, and L10. How do I do this? I could do something silly like that. He'll pay 2 to go into L9. Normal move.
2 to go into L9 normal move.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Disrupted units do not prevent movement, so he'll go to L8 for 3.
Does not prevent movement, but prevents route, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I keep relearning that disrupted doesn't prevent movement.
So he's going there for 3, huh?
Yeah, 3 total so far.
All right. There for 3, you say? Okay.
No shots. Okay. Well, that didn't necessarily work to my plan. I'll go to K9 for 4. I was hoping for something.
K9 for 4.
Yeah. For
No,
Orchard, because I
well.
don't want to use the road.
Yeah, all right. Well, we gotta shoot that guy.
So it's a 8 up 1.
Sounds about right.
Because it's not assault movement. Orchard won't count. Oh, I guess technically I get the hedge because you're in the building.
Yeah,
So,
I can't claim all advantage. Yeah.
So 8 up 2 instead of 8 up 1. Normal.
Morale check.
He breaks. All right, well, that guy is getting used to being broken, so that's good.
That's not good that they just come back.
Well, we'll see about that. Hopefully he comes back. Now that guy's first fired, how do I want to split this up? So I'm going to have yeah, the 8-1 wounded leader, so technically a 7-0. He's going to drop the MMG and go to F6 for 1.
Mm-hmm.
G6 for 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then H6 for 3.
Okay.
No shots. Okay.
Who would shoot at him? Nobody could see him.
That's true. I was thinking the first fire guy, but then because the target limits, I wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah, target priority limit.
Guy in E6 goes to F6 for 1, G6 for 2,
Mm-hmm.
H6 for 3,
Okay.
and then I7 for 4.
I7 for 4. Sounds like fun.
758 way off to the side there in the corner. He's going to declare CX I gotta try and make this be smart with this here. So B7 for 1, C7 for 2, D6 for 3, E7 for 4, F6 for 5, and G7 for 6.
Okay.
That's not a road hex, so I couldn't get bonus, which is fine. That guy's opportunity fire. That guy's moved. Okay, guy in M12 will lose his CX. He'll go to L11 for 1 normal move. I don't think anybody
He's
sees
still in
him.
a depression, right?
Yeah. Then goes to K11 for 2 total. Or I guess, or is it a height change? Would it count as a height change? I guess so.
Yeah,
So 3 total.
3.
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
And then 4 total to get into K10.
Okay.
All right, and yeah, man, I don't want to sacrifice anybody, but yeah, no, I still got turns. I gotta not think of trying to hit the gas
so
too
those
hard here.
guys in K10?
Yep.
K10, so they're in an orchard.
Yep.
K9 is an orchard as well. But we may as well fire the mortar at them from M7. These are not bocage, right? These are just regular hedges?
Yeah, they're just regular hedges. I mean, as far as I'm aware, we've been playing it with as regular hedges.
Maybe should we quickly check the Somerlese thing?
I mean, I would play it as.
Make sure I'm not shooting you again for like the 3,000th time in this game.
Nah, I would be fine seeing it as.
I don't recall that it was bocage, or else we've been taking a lot of shots that we can't take.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So.
Yeah. All right. So range is 4. All right. All right. So there are 2 hindrances, plus the low visibility. So +3 non-assault movement.
So +2 overall, I think.
2.
Sounds right.
Shooting. So that should be a hit with rate of fire. So what? These are baby mortars. What is?
It's like a 3 firepower.
3. So it needs like something good to have any effects. No effects. Let's see. Excuse me. Hand rate. I'll shoot again.
So they had a +2 overall, right? So they'd have a +1 now with the acquisition. So they'd miss.
Yeah. So it's a miss. Okay. Why my mortar flew to your guy? I have no idea why that happened.
Rune does the same thing as well. I think it's something to do with creating the acquisition counter with it, and like messes with the selection or something.
Something weird happens.
I think it just messes with the selection. I'm not 100% sure, but it's the only explanation I have. It's fun to see just like half squad chucks a mortar instead of the rounds.
Right. And that should leave 1 residual in the hex.
Sounds about right. Stack in J11 will go to K11 for 1 normal move.
K11 ski for 1. Okay.
Into L10 for 3.
L10 for 3. Okay. Nobody can see them.
And then L9 for 5.
L9 for 5. which is a stone building. Okay. Okay.
And I think that is my movement. Defensive.
Okay. Do we have anybody that can see you? I guess I'll start with the AT gun against the guys in the building. They need
Uh,
something absurd.
you will have to turn for it, but sure.
Um, oh, yeah, they will. So they'll need something
Yeah, like there's a
beyond
plus
absurd.
7, so you needed a critical no matter what.
Yeah, but might as well start shooting at somebody with this stupid thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Well,
okay. It's
wasn't a
not a
12.
border,
Yeah,
thank goodness.
that's right. Not a 12. Not a 12.
We'll see if something weird happens again. I see the acquisition comes on the board multi-selected. Okay, that makes sense. And I mean, the greenie is a +4. I don't think he can even get a result. Right, a 4 up 4 would need snakes to have any cower, so he won't shoot. Let's see the medium. So you got the guys under opportunity fire, and you got the guy with the DC. I don't think the 8 up 3 against your opportunity fires.
Sounds good. Pin test check.
The pin check,
He's pinned.
and that's rate of fire with the medium. So what's that going to be? A 4 up 3? Probably a waste of time. Yeah, definitely a waste of time. What else we got? We got the guy in the foxhole. You can see your guy in the stone, or can he? Is he behind a hedge? He's behind a hedge. You can't see nobody.
You could see P11, maybe? That's, obviously if you want to take that far a shot. It's 2 up
Oh,
4.
right, yeah, they can see. Yeah, it's a 2 up 1,000,000. That's no shot. Let's see. All right, so guys in the stone building, they can't see anybody. Casemate has no arc of zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. So I think the only guy my greenies would be able to see is that guy. He's out of range. I think J2 is going to cut line of sight to your other guy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Okay, I think that's it for defense fire, sir.
Sounds good. In the advanced fire phase, I don't really have much of a chance on... I don't think the opportunity fire sees the foxhole now that they're halved. I do have assault fire, but I'd be 3.5. I'd still be up 4. So yeah, I'm not gonna bother with the op fire guy. I am going to attempt a shot from K10 against the mortar guy, because why not? I'm just gonna roll it. Didn't get anything. Don't lose anything either. The stack in L9 will attempt a shot at J8. So it's a +5 -2 for leader, so +3. Both squads are assault fire, so it is what is it? 5 have 2.5, so 4. And then the other one is 3.5, 4 rounded up 5. So 9 plus the MMG at 1.5. So 10 firepower. 10 firepower up 3. No. All right, cool. Did the math. That's that. I don't really have anything else because the one DM guy is just going to get prisonered. And yeah, all right. That'll be it for that. Routes and other shenanigans here. So me first, K9 will go to L9.
Okay.
Seek safe haven there. And I think that's it for my broken guys.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's see. What do I got? So I got the Disrupticon in A5 sits there
Yeah.
doing nothing.
Nothing happens to
This
him.
guy, think
Be
he's gonna surrender?
yeah, he has to. Because no matter what, he'll be adjacent if he goes to J6.
Yeah, and
And
there's no, you can't go down the cliff, right? It
exactly.
was only, I think, only here or here that you can go down to the towpath.
Yeah, I didn't even bother looking into the towpath, to be honest. Let's link these. So my leader's gonna take the prisoner.
Okay,
Oh, this disrupted guy automatically becomes a prisoner because he's adjacent.
looks like he's a prisoner.
Oh, who do I want to give this to? Jeez, at this point. Give it to 548 for now.
Okay, let's see. I got this guy here. What are you?
He's a half squad elite.
Elite half squad. Okay.
Yeah.
So what do we got in here? So that's an overstack situation.
Yeah.
So overstack, can we ignore overstack?
In what sense? You can route to it. It's
Yeah,
just there's overstack penalties.
yeah. I don't want to route to it.
I don't know if you can ignore an overstack.
Oh, he's in rally. He's in rally terrain, and nobody's adjacent to him.
Yeah,
So
like
he
he's
can
fine where he
stay
is.
there and get surrendered. That's fine. It's better than screwing up my entire stack. Okay, I think that's all of my routes.
Okay. We'll go to advances. In the advance phase, I'm going to have the squad in G7 goes to G8. The leader will tuck back a little bit, keep those prisoners safe. I guess technically I could split that. What do I get out of a half squad? 2, 3, 8, nah. 3, 4, 8, nah, it's not worth it. Okay, so the guy in K10 is going to go to J10. Guys in L9 will stay where they are. The guys in P11 will stay where they are. The leader way at the bottom in L17 will jump to L16.
And the way he rolls.
Does that do... Sorry, I'm just checking something real quick. Okay, yeah, no, so he has the CX. All right. Does anybody else move? I don't think so. Nope. CC, none. We go to Belgian turn 4.
Belgian turn 4. Okay, wind chain. Doink. Let's see. We need to cover anything, deploy anything. I can't deploy it on. I don't think so. On transfer stuff. Maybe. Transfer the captured DC in J15 to the crew.
Sure.
all know. Okay. And done with that stuff. Okay, rallies. Let's see, self-rally. I'll go for the guys hiding in the building up top. The cowardly lions up there.
Oh, those guys? Sure.
The self-rally? No, sir. Nearly exploded. All right, regular rallies. In L6, we have 2 chances at it.
Got it.
That's good.
Oh.
No good. And let's see what else we've got. J15. We have some stuff going on there.
Mm-hmm.
One guy needs an 8 or something like that. Why do I keep hitting morale check instead of rally? And he fails. Okay. And I think that's it
Sounds
for
good.
me, sir.
I've got the 1. All right. Well, if I didn't even. I could have had an 8 and I would have been fine. So whatever.
Your
And
guys
you
just keep coming
didn't
back.
have anybody. All right, and then guy in L7 loses DM. That's it, I think. Prep fire.
Okay. Prep fire. Prep fire. Prep fire. Well, we'll start with the AT gun.
Okay.
I'm due. I'm due for a lucky roll, my friend. I am due.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
Doink. I think
No.
that's a hit now. The axe should be a 2.
Well, it's a +4, right? -1 because the you only have 1 AC. +4 for the shot
Oh,
overall.
yeah. All right, so let's just flip that. All right. Utility continues. I think the greenie he might want to, what is he, I mean, he's not shooting, so he's just a total waste of time sitting there as a target. That's just dumb. Water guy. The water guy, you have a chance at immortality. You also will then be shot to smithereens. But we don't skulk in this game, and he's got nowhere to hide, so he'll continue dropping bombs on that guy.
Sounds good.
Oh no, it wasn't that guy. It was this guy, so there's nobody there. Okay. Different story. Different story. Actually, he won't. He has much more interesting plan
Uh-oh.
himself. All right, guys, there. I don't think they can see anybody.
No. Too
Nope.
much. Too many hedges.
Casemate, no arc. These guys want to move. All right, guys adjacent to your leader. What are we going to do about your leader?
Shoot an 8 up 4.
Maybe it may be all there is to do. Right? I mean, he's stalking us with a DC, which is not great.
Yeah, he's just a little goblin with a DC strapped to his chest.
Exactly. He's a problem, that guy.
He's turned into a Chinese dare death squad, is what he's turned into.
Yeah, I mean, an 8 up 4 though is a terrible shot.
Yeah.
No, I think we should just keep trying to get to a better location, more effective location. Okay. I mean, I have my -1 leader could also shoot at him, but no, they also have better things to do at a time. So just the medium. What is he gonna do? What are you gonna do, Mr. Medium? All the bad guys are in stone buildings still. It's terrible. guess he'll try his 8 up 3 at this guy.
Okay. Normal. Break.
Round check. Oh wow, that was very, 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 very helpful. Okay. And I think that's it for prep.
Sounds good.
All right, movement phase. I'll start with Greenie and R10.
Sure.
What do I want this guy to do? What is your mission, sir? The mission is to be an enemy. All right. He will I'll go R11
Sure.
for 1. Or S10, sorry, and then S9 for 2.
Okay.
Let's see, do we want to see him? He'll late CX to get to R8.
Okay.
Right, that's him. All right. From the foxhole. Crew with the demo charge. We will go. Two.
Okay.
Select 3.
You're there for 3.
Okay. Where's that squad? Squad. No cover. All right, squad. 1, 2.
Okay.
Three.
You're there for 3.
Oh, right, they can't assault move out of the foxhole. They should have took the shot. Fine. They will assault move out of the foxhole.
Okay.
So that's them, him, they prepped. He prepped squad. Alright. Water squad. Assault move.
Sure.
Why did I not fire that guy? Oh, dummy, you forgot to shoot him. What are you doing? You forgot to shoot this guy. I forgot to shoot this guy, right?
Yeah, I don't think he shot him.
Alright, well, he ain't going. Alright. Alright, that's it for movement.
Okay. Defensive. So, in the defensive, we'll chuck the DC. There is a +4 to throwing it because my guy's CX. And then same deal as last time against
Is there
me.
anything for him being wounded?
I
Plus for anything for wounded?
don't believe so. Let me see here.
Oh, no.
I know CX does give you a +1.
Right, that's it. 85 more. He may fire a sport weapon or use a radio normally. La 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 la. So he's fine.
Yeah, I'm still pretty sure that CX should add a +1. But either way, so it's a +4, so it's 12 on 30, which is a 1 check, and then on myself, it's the same as before. It is a +8, 3 for thrown, 3 for building, 1 for LV, 1 for CX, which also turns it into a 12. So we're both rolling one morale checks, and my guy pins.
Okay. And let's see. Leader. Breaks. Squad. Okay.
Pins. Or no, wait, no, they're fine.
The 1 check, right?
Yeah. All right, so that's that. I'm going to reassemble the medium machine gun in L9. That counts as support weapon use for them, so I won't be able to shoot the MMG with them, but that's fine. I will then have the stack shoot at J8. So that is 5, 10, 17 leader modified. So 17 up 3 overall. 13 on 17 is a miss. That's a bummer.
I forgot to shoot completely, so.
I'm then going to attempt some encirclement here. I think I need to have 3 guys shoot at him, so I will follow it up with I7. Again, it's a 7 up 4. No, absolutely not. And then they will get encircled from G8. It's a 7 up 5. No. Unless 10 on 7 does something, I'm pretty sure that's not the case. So, do I have an encircled counter here? I keep forgetting to add it. I do have it. Okay. So, the biggest thing is that their morale is decreased by 1. That's it for that. I suppose I will try a 5-up-3 shot from J10 to K14. It's a 7-on-5 pin test check and sniper.
What do I got there? 2-8 guys. Top guy, next guy. Okay.
Fine.
Sniper. No sniper.
All right.
No love from the sniper.
Pretty sure I can't see those guys. Not much I can really do with him. P11. It will shoot at your AT gun. They do not have CX anymore, so it is a 7-up-2 shot. 5-on-7 is a 2 check.
Just doesn't stop.
That cruise, I don't take it. I feel like that's happened twice now, where the AT crews don't have had that happen. All right, well, that's a bummer. I don't really have anything else I can do. I'm pretty sure I don't have anything else I can do here. So, yeah, advanced fireface.
All right. Well, my encircle guys will shoot now that they are remembering that they exist, and you have guys standing in the open.
Sure. I'm just gonna check encirclement. I know the morale goes down. Does that increase it? There is a +1 to IF team.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So it'll be a
So they
plus whatever shot. Depends on what they're shooting, I guess.
plus whatever. They'll shoot your CX guy, I guess.
In G8, so it's
guy?
a up, so 2-up-2.
Let's see, can anybody else see anything? No? Maybe the guys you shot at can see you back, right? So that would be what? That'd be a ridiculous shot. We're not taking that. I guess my squad will shoot at leader.
Sure.
So 4 up.
4.
4?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. No, we're not taking that shot. All right, that's it for advancing.
Okay. Routes. Oops. There. Routes. Shoot. Can they see that? No. Okay. Your leader in L15 can survive. Never mind. I thought he could survive, but that's neither of those are orchard hexes. Oh, I'm pinned anyways. No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're pinned, right? You can't interdict, so...
Yeah, so L15 could route to K15 and then goes to J15. Because he can't see... L15 can't see the guys in J10. Because of interdicting hexes. Or hedges, I mean. And then, yeah, it just goes to J15.
Okay. I think that's... No, I got this guy here.
He doesn't have to... He's not... Doesn't have DM.
He doesn't have DM, so he's fine. Disrupt the con, fine. Guy up top, fine.
I'm trying to think, if I were... Would I move him? Yeah, I guess. Oh, no, wait. No, I can't. Never mind. I can't move my guy. So advances.
Alright. Well, gonna jump your CX leader just to get rid of that guy.
Oh,
It's
rude.
very annoying. We will split up to the south, so we'll leave the crew with the gun. I'm gonna put squad there. He's good, he's good. CX little half squad dope. He will go to R7.
Sure.
Half squad will jump on the mediums. And he can attempt recovery, yes?
No, you can only
Or not
either.
till rally
Yeah,
quick use for him?
yeah. If he was in the hex, he could attempt to pick up one.
Right. Okay, so that's that. That's that. And that's all of that. Right meter's not moving. Alright, that's it.
Sounds good. We have one. Okay, well, I don't even know. I think you have to roll a 6 for me to ambush.
Oh, okay. Oh, with all the crapola, yeah.
Yeah, because yeah, there's no ambush. Because he's CX, which adds a +1, and pin adds a +1, and then I'm not sure if he's counted as stealthy. So I essentially need a snake eyes for me to do anything. So, and then you're
Okay.
4-1. Nope.
4-1.
4-1, down 1. Yeah. He goes away.
You just can't have that guy sneaking up behind us.
Free movement. He's not doing much sneaking.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Turn 5 Germans. Weather, no change. Rally phase. I've got the one guy. Won't rally. So DM stays on. That's it for me.
alright. What do I got? I got a guy with the couple of guys with the good leaders. So DM70. Nope. He does not want any part of the war, and the other guy rolls another 10. So yes, it continues.
All right.
This continues, and I think that's it. No, up in L6, have a broken cat there as well.
Oh, I thought that's what you rolled for.
I was rolling for J15.
Gotcha. Well, squad comes back.
Yeah, got one of them. I think that's it.
Sounds good. Move to prep fire. So in the prep fire phase, yeah, what do I want to do here? In the prep fire phase, I'm gonna shoot at your AT gun again. It's up 2, so normal morale check, 7 on 7. Finally.
It was inevitable.
Finally. Okay, so how much of a door does that open for me here?
Oh, I do have the recovery of the machine gun roll, sorry. Good.
It's a good thing we're not in a tournament.
Yeah. I can take it back.
No, that's fine, it's fine. Okay, so how do I want to organize this? There's people I need to shoot and people I need to stay put. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is L9. I'm going to have the squad with the MMG are going to shoot at the guys in 08. So it is a 10 up 2 shot against them. Normal morale check. Pinned. Okay. Then the rest of the stack is going to shoot at the encircled guys in J8 for 12 up 3. 11 on 12, pretty sure is nothing. Yeah, not even a pin test check. Didn't get any rate of fire, which is unfortunate. These guys are pinned. Squad in N11 is going to take a 7 up 2 shot against your guys in L13. 1 check. And sniper. Okay. This is a crazy back and forth here.
No sniper. I'm not agreeing with the back and forth nature of this fight. I mean,
just that bottom side, it's just been, you know, I poke your guys, they break. My guys have either died or broken down there. I think that's it in terms of shenanigans here. Because I can only think of that, but I don't think that's worth it necessarily. So, movement phase. I am going to have J10 assault move to J9.
J10 assault move to J9, you
Yep.
say? Yeah, looks like fun.
No shots, okay? Stack in G8 is going to go to H8 for 2.
H8 for 2, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, continue.
I9 for 4.
Yeah, I'll take that shot. We've got eight encircled, so up 1, low visibility, up 2.
Non-assault for -1.
Non-assault.
But do I get the hedge? Or...
Right.
I think it
Is less or
nullifies...
equal to or equal to, right? Because it's a half level obstacle. I have 1 level elevation. Let me look the hedge rule real quick.
Because I'm not sure if that'll remove the non-open ground at the very least. Because I do get TEM.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, is if the height advantage is enough to remove the hedge TEM.
But would I not still get the... Like, even if it's reduced, do you still not get the cancellation of...
Yeah, if you don't get the TEM, then you're moving in the open, right? That won't the target, la la la. La la la. What's the thing with the height advantage? Elevation. Okay. You have a non-angle fire. Above the wall hell, the TM may be reduced, determining the height of the fire above the base level and reduce the TEM the wall by 1 for each full level by which the height difference exceeds the distance to the target hex. The height difference is 1, and the distance to the hex is 1, so we reduce it by 0. You get the hedge.
Oh, okay.
So 8 up 2. No, 8 up 1.
Right. LVTEM plus encircled -1. Okay.
So normal? Or a 1 check?
Sorry, I hadn't seen it. So it's up 2? It's a pin test check, wouldn't it?
So you get the hedge plus 1. Oh, right.
And then encircled in
plus
LV.
3. So 8 up 2. So pin check.
Pin check it is. They're fine. Okay. So those guys are first fired. Everybody else has done their stuff except the... I guess, do I want to move them? Leader with the prisoners will jump to H7 for 2 and then H8 for 3. And then the piece of resistance or whatever. Squad with the DCs. I'm going to place a DC against J6.
Okay.
And placing a DC counts it as in the hex he's in, so nobody can shoot at him.
Mm-hmm.
Which I still think is very silly, but is there anything else I need to do here? So DC is placed adjacent, spending the extra movement factors. It would be 2. Can I place both, or is it just 1? It has to be just 1, right?
Is it just a normal use of a support weapon?
I believe so. I just don't know if because let's say you pay the movement to place it, right? So it cost me 2 movement. So if I... Sorry, I'm trying to make sense of this. So you pay extra movement factors equal to the number of movement factors it would require for that unit to directly enter without bypass. So I'm paying 2 to place it, but once that's done, because that's placing a DC, do you have to pay the 2 again to place a second one? I guess is the question. Not sure how. I guess I would have to do that, and I'd spend the 4 instead of 2. Because I still have the movement for it, so that'll just happen. Yeah, so I will place both DCs. Because I really need that dead. That guy will count as moved. And that is it for my movement phase. Defensive.
Placing unit may move away or suffer adverse results with no effect to the DC. Yeah, cool. Okay. Defensive. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? So I guess the guys that are first will final.
Okay.
Encircle dorks.
So it's still a 4 up 3 against anybody.
4 up 3. We might as well go for... Who are we going to go for? We'll go for the 758.
Yeah. 8 on 4. It's off by 1.
Okay. Fine. Absolutely fine. Just fine. Pin machine gunner, that's a waste of time. The crew will man the gun.
Okay.
And just for shits and giggles, change covered arc if that matters. I don't think it does. You can't while it's busted. It won't let you. Interesting. Okay. Chugga chugga chugga. Can see anybody. All right. My medium machine gunner has been surviving things surprisingly well. He'll take a shot, I guess, at you guys with the prisoners in N11.
That sounds good.
So an 8 of
3.
3. Yeah, we're just continuing our utility. And I think that's all of it, sir.
Sounds good. Advanced fire phase. DCs, we'll do those first. So the blockhouse is a 257. What happens here? So
A 30 up 7.
is it just a straight 30 up 7?
That's it.
I think I'm thinking of set DCs or something. It's not thrown. Blah blah blah. Blah. All right, so 30 up 7. We have a 14 on 30, which is a pin task check.
What I got in there? Crew and squad. Crew and squad. Okay.
I guess I'll.
Of course, this
right,
is where I
sniper.
roll these great numbers. It just
right.
doesn't do anything.
And then a 13, so normal.
Okay, now they'll both break. Normal, normal. Yeah, the squad breaks. Of course it does.
All right. Okay, so that's done. I will fire group I9, J9 at your encircled guys. So it's 8 plus 7. I could do 6. I'll do 7. Up 4, so 15 up 4. 13 on 15, nothing. Don't think I got anything else here. Don't think the I7 can really do anything. No. That'll be it. We go routes. Excuse me. Routes. My guy in L12 doesn't have to move, so I won't make him. And I think that's really it in terms of the actions that need to be taken for my routes.
Okay. My guys. So L13. What will he do?
Because do you have to move if you're next to a broken guy? I feel like
I don't think he has to, but you know, I think I can get him down to the leader, so that makes sense to me.
yeah. I'm just making sure because if I have to move, because it'd be me first, right? But I don't think I have to move if.
Oh, is it good order or is it armed? That's a good question.
Can't be in open ground. LOS of a known. Okay. Nor can it end its route phase adjacent to or in the same location with a known enemy that is both unbroken and armed. So, yeah, because they're broken, it doesn't matter.
Right.
They can.
Right, not just armed. Yep, gotcha. Yeah. So, but I will. I'll move my guy down where the leader is.
Oh yeah, makes sense. I think the only other thing is the AT guys if they want to move, but
yeah, they're fine where they are.
Sounds good. Advanced phase. Problem is, I will get CX'd if I do that thing. It's not necessarily good. And all those guys rallied, which is really unfortunate. Yeah, I just don't have enough firepower for it. Guys in J9 are going to go to K9. Guys in I9 are going to go to J9. And the leader with the prisoners will go to I9.
Quite fun.
What other moves do I have here? Technically won't be able to see those guys. One of the 548s in L9 will go to L8.
Okay.
And I think that's it. Yeah, I think anything else is just giving you too many free shots here. CC, there is none. Go to turn 5 Belgians.
Righto. Wind change. No. Repair roll on the AT gun in K14.
Sure.
Nope. I would really have annoyed you, I'm sure.
A little bit, a little bit.
That would have been annoying, I'm sure. Let's see. We don't have to recover anything else. No deployments. So rally. So let's see what we want to do. First multi. I'm going to put on a marker because I'm getting confused. I could go for the crew, but that's needs snake eyes. It's a waste of time. And casemate, it's a waste of time. We'll go for the guy up in J1.
Sure. No. Off by one.
No good. No good. Okay. And regular rallies down in J15.
Mm-hmm.
So DM guy first. No. Next guy. Finally, next guy. Finally. Hey. Right. And that is it for me.
Okay. I will attempt to self-rally on my 9s. Didn't get it.
Okay.
Also, thank you, Vlad C76, for the follow.
All right. Prep fire. Oh, I don't have a gun anymore. Great.
Like, I need all the help I can get, so.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying, bro. Six up 4. That's awful. somewhat more useful. Let's see, guys in the building. Can they see anybody? These guys can see your 548.
Mm-hmm.
What do we got? We got a hedge, we got a hindrance, and we got low visibility. So
12
we
up 3.
got 12 up, 12 up 3. Yeah,
12.
anyway. Anywho. Okay, I think that's it for prep fire.
Okay.
Move. All right, CX comes off. So green guy in R7.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go 1,
Okay.
2.
As you get there, I'll take the 5 down 1. 6 on 5 is probably normal. Yep. Well, he's safe for now.
3.
I will take a subsequent, because why not? 2.5 down 1. 4.5. Or 4 on 2.5. 1 check. I don't know the pinned, I guess.
Okay. What else do we got? Encircled guys. They're in bad shape. But they're kind of holding you up, so I guess that's okay.
Unfortunately, yeah, they've been a bit of a thorn.
Okay. 458 in L16.
Mm-hmm.
Now watch out for P11. 1,
You're good?
2,
Sure.
3. Let's see. He's good there. Hang squad from K16.
So 2 to I-15?
2 to I-15.
Okay.
3 to H14. What is this weird X-side thing?
So it's the barbed wire fence, and you can't cross it if you're CX, which that don't even get me started. I've complained about that.
Oh. All right, let me a little slightly more carefully look at the terrain.
Yeah, like you could go to I-14 from I-15, get there for 4, and you'd be fine.
Right, so we'd do that.
Yeah, because it costs 1 extra to get across it, and you can't do it if you're CX'd.
Can't do it if you're CX.
Yeah, I was telling Rutan.
So it just kind of slows you down a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I was telling Rutan in our campaign game, like there's a lot more barbed wire fence, and I find it a little silly that you can't cross it if you're CX'd. It's specifically a non-CX only.
Right. So actually, I'm sorry. That was I had a leader, but he didn't grab. So 2, 4. 5, 6.
Okay.
Blast away.
No, I'll let you live for now.
You know, trying to distract the guy. You know?
gotta try harder.
I think, did I prep fire the medium? I think I did.
The medium? No.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he prepped, I think. Right, didn't I take the 8+3 there?
Let's
I
check
think I did.
the. You did.
I think I did. I think I did that. I think I did do it.
You did a bunch of morale checks. Or sorry, yeah, you did a bunch of morale checks instead of rallies. Rally. Then you wrote. You did a 8 on the prep fire from L6. You did not shoot.
Oh, okay. So he did not shoot. Okay. So I keep forgetting to shoot people.
I just figured you had some plan with them.
I really, really, really don't have a great plan. Um, no, I just, forgot. I just forgot. Oops. Okay, that's great. Genius, genius, genius play from me. Okay, I think everybody that's gonna move has moved. Oh, the HMG guy has not moved. Where is he gonna go? He will go to assault move to N7.
So guy with HMG assault moves to N7. Okay.
The stack is a disaster now. Okay, fixed. And I think now that's everybody.
No, that's everybody. All right, defensive fire phase. What can I get out of here? First and foremost, we're gonna try and shoot your AT squad once more. Won't do anything because it's a +2 shot, but it will DM them, so I'll take that as a small victory here. The stack in L9 will take a shot at your encircled guys. So it is a 10, 17 up 3. Oh my god, finally snake eyes with those guys. 17 up 3, 5, 3 morale check. I need you to not make this.
I'm not even going to comment on how annoying it is that you expected to roll snake eyes with them at some
I
point in the
did.
game.
I did not.
It's like
I
one
was
in
just
36
hoping.
chance.
I was like, how many
But
times do I need to roll with a
we
-2? And on a 3 morale check, he is fine.
squad.
That's disgusting. All right,
Squad's
squad's
not
broken.
somewhat
Finally,
more important than the leader, yeah.
finally. No sniper. Okay. Machine gun is fired. I will put the covered arc down because I do need to keep track of that because I do have rate of fire. So who?
Oh, right, yeah.
Where do I point it? Well, the only thing that makes sense is this. So I will take the subsequent shot against the broken guys in L7.
Okay.
It is a 5 up 3 down 2, so 5 up 1. No. And I'll try one more shot. All right, no. I'm pretty sure that'd be a 7 on 5. 7 on 5 pin test check doesn't do anything. Cool. They are done. Okay. Next up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? They technically can. K9 squad with the ATR is going to shoot at your guys with the AT gun.
Yep.
It is a 3.5 up 3, maybe? Or does do they lose in place? I don't know.
They are no longer in place, even, and they're on a paved road. So let's just ignore
Oh,
that.
right, because they don't. Yeah, right. They don't get
Just
right.
pretend that never happened.
So it's a +1 because they're on the road and it's just straight shot down the road. So 5 on 3.5 is a normal morale check sniper.
Right. Oh, yeah. Okay. So normal round check
Dang,
and sniper.
dang.
Hey, we get a result. So my sniper's way down in L18.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna half that guy in L12.
So we're going.
Oh yeah, that's
What
going.
are
That's
those?
going straight to him.
1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, that's back on that guy.
So that happens to him, which is unfortunate. Those guys are now broken, so I don't care about them. I am going to try my luck at a 7-up one. I don't cower, but 9. I don't. It might be a pin. Yeah, it's a pin test check on this stack. G13.
Fantastic. Leader and squad.
Yay!
And with my usual.
I can't imagine that's gonna, be a deciding factor in the game, but I will take it nonetheless.
It's cost me movement. It's a big deal. It's a huge deal.
One
It's the difference
hex.
between lots of guys seeing my first move next turn and nobody seeing my first move next turn.
Hmm. Man, I never find that that's valuable to shoot at. 7-up 4. All right, cool. Searching for a 2 on there. That's just me being greedy. I don't think I have any other shots. Advanced fireface.
Okay. Have anybody left that's not broken that hasn't already shot? I don't know about that, brother. Well, yeah, why not? The HMG and see your guy in the open.
Can the HMG shoot in the advanced
No,
fireface?
but just the
The half
crew.
squad, sure. As a 1-up
One,
1.
1 up 1. It's the best shot I've taken in a while, my friend. You laugh.
I mean, you're not wrong. The fact that it's just an up 1.
You're laughing at me.
I'm laughing at the situation.
Might as well take the shot that I keep forgetting to take because I'm stupid.
4-up 3.
Yeah, that looks like a loser. We're not going to take that.
I just figured Dicebot's gonna change its attitude and start feeding us, you in particular, a lot of 2s. That's what I'm hoping for.
Well, I need to, I would bet my average roll is not that terrible, but I keep getting numbers 6 and below on irrelevant dice rolls.
Certainly doesn't help.
So, yeah. All right, you guys with the prisoners. Let's see.
You can't do anything to them. How dare
my
you?
squad can take a 1 up 1 at them.
So if they're in Orchard, would you not get the? Because the only reason why I was confident that the guys in K14 is because they have to, they're not in a Orchard hex, right? So would there?
I'm shooting down the road, so the orchard is NA.
It never counts, even if it's not movement. I guess actually it doesn't matter because you wouldn't get. Yeah, never mind. I was thinking of you'd get the obstruction from them because they're not on the road specifically, but it doesn't matter about that.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, so it's a 1 up 1. 7 on the 1. Maybe a lucky pin check.
No. One on a 1, you need 5s.
Yeah, something absurdly low. All right, so he shot. He's not shooting. The guy you pinned out in the open. 2, 3, 4, 5. Who can you shoot at? Shoot a 1-up 2 there.
The
It's pretty terrible, but whatever. Can't
which
power.
okay, because uh
Here. You hear?
okay. That's okay. That's what the shot was. Okay.
I think that's it, my friend.
Sounds good. We go to routes. Um, I will get more prisoners from J6.
J6 looks to be in trouble.
Well, now I'm just glad I don't have to ever worry about those guys. But I'm starting to feel the pressure of, I kind of wish I was allowed to no quarter, but because now I have so many prisoners that managing them is a hassle at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So.
I can't massacre
So
or anything.
L7 now has to route.
Correct.
So where is he gonna go? Does he have to go to L6? Do we have to take overstack?
Uh, he has no other. Well, okay, so I don't think he can't fit in the casemate, so he can't go there. And I don't think he can ignore L6 because going to L6, like, there's nobody that's equidistant, right? There's no, you can't, like, exclude L6 for any reason.
Otherwise, may move toward. All right.
Because
Must move to the nearest building or woods, even if overstacked.
yeah.
There you go.
Because the only other thing I could think of would be you trek to J1 and you have to take, you know, however many. But you can't, yeah. So. Now, can I make the most of that for overstack?
Well,
Probably
I
not.
mean, my advanced phase is coming, so we can
True.
unfuckulate that sort of.
True.
All right, so that was him. The crew is in rally terrain,
Yeah.
but they should probably not give you easy chances to DM them and go there. If they rally, they could always come back. They're not routing. He's not routing. The guy in the casemate is technically not adjacent, right?
Yeah, no, he can just stay there, chill for a while.
Okay, that's it for my routes.
Sounds good. Oh, I didn't realize that was possible. Cool. I'm gonna make sure to take advantage of that. Yeah, I've got one guy. I don't care to route him, so he'll stay in his building in L12 and pout.
Hey.
Your advances?
Advances. All right, let's do away with the overstack. Because that's bad. We don't want any +1s on morale. Just bad news. He's going to stay there. He's not going to stay there. He will go there. And let's see. G guy, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, man? You probably really need to start moving.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, this is probably going to come down to a draw, just because of the setup stuff. But because I don't know, it's kind of like I said at the start. I think the fact that the Belgians can move across the bridge kind of makes it a moot point, because you can just play hide and seek. If you don't have anybody on that side, then it's kind of just game over.
Yeah, the Belgians are just, annoying. Annoying. Just annoying. It's like, it's just really annoying. Like, everything about this has been annoying. Like, 2 turns of not moving.
Yeah,
Germans infiltrate. Like, I'm the defender. You're in all the stone buildings. I'm standing in the middle of nowhere. It's like, what a crazy scenario.
I had to force you out of a bunch of spots. It wasn't that easy. But
I'm not sure we put up a lot of resistance, just as far as just having a lot of guys all over the place. That's really,
I mean, says you.
but you've been kind of speed bumping us.
I've lost a
I
decent
think
amount of
that,
guys. So.
10 broken side morale is like, your guys don't stay broken for long, so it's pretty
Oh yeah,
solid.
yeah.
But anyway,
Also,
I think that's everybody.
I don't know if I've been counting the fanatic +1, so I might have actually done that
You
wrong.
have. You
I
have.
no, I have I definitely have not.
I've been, you know, I've been looking at it. I mean, your broken guys under DM have been rallying on 6s, so.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't thinking about the broken guys. I was thinking, like, I wonder if L12, if I checked that, because I have not been thinking about the +1 on morale checks, not rallies.
Oh.
All right, so turn 6 for the Germans.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think I can win this, because I do not have the amount of time to get across the bridge and do all those shenanigans. Weather, no change. Rallies, I got the 1. Didn't get it.
Okay. Rallies. What do I got? So take DM off the crew. Got a DM guy in the building in L6. Give him a go. No love there. What else do we got? It's not rallying your turn, of course. I got a guy in, call it J15.
Sure.
Oh my gosh, he came back. Get out. And I think that's it for me. Oh, and I have a repair roll in K14. So close.
All right. Prep fire. Prep fire. Do I have anything technically? Yeah. So prep fire phase. I'm gonna have the squad with the machine gun. An L9, not directed, shoot at your guys with the HMG as a 10 up 2. I don't cower, but at this rate, 4 on 10, 3 morale check. And I still only pin. I will take a subsequent, no effect. So there. Okay, well, let's see what I can get up to. Movement phase. In the movement phase, um, 548 and L8, assault moves to M8.
Assault moves to M8, you say?
Yep. Correct.
Assault moves to M8. Green squad will fire.
Sure. 8 flat. Break. 548s and K9 are going to single man overrun.
Woohoo!
So in
That's
a
cool,
single man overrun, or infantry overrun, I should say. Infantry overrun. An infantry MMC may enter in the movement phase a location containing only one known enemy single man counter at double the movement factor cost of entry. That'll put him CX'd. Which is fine. Provided it's passed a normal task check, he's fine to enter it. A leader may exempt all MMCs, and he's not moving with anybody.
Yeah, if your leader passes, the squads are exempt. Oh, no leader. Okay.
Yeah, there's nobody else going in there with him. A unit may take its normal task check at any time during its prior to enter, but must add a DRM equal to the TEM of the enemy location it wishes to enter. Hexside TM only applies if the present LOS crosses. Okay, so you have to. So I won't get it. All right, cool. That's great.
Oh, so the task check is plus the TEM? Oh, okay.
Apparently,
Forgot that
which
little detail.
I don't
That
see
sucks.
why that would be the case.
That's weird, right?
Seems really stupid, but all right. So I guess I don't, because I don't actually move, and you have to take the task check first. So they're not. Okay, but well, then what happens if they fail it? Do they just not do it? More than one SMC enemy capable. Yeah, I guess he just fails it and doesn't accomplish it. But it doesn't say whether or not you've spent. Reels, blah, blah. Okay, I don't see anything. So I don't know how the mechanic works. Because you pay the double. You pay the double provided you pass the normal task check. So if you don't pass it, then you don't spend the points. I guess you just can't overrun. You still get all your movement. You still have to move and do stuff or whatever, but you just don't get.
Right. Yeah, another one of these, extremely poorly written ASL rules. Like if you use a leader instead of individual task checks, if the leader fails, it says they can't move.
Yeah.
But it doesn't say anything about not moving if they just take their own task check.
A leader. But if he fails. Yeah, if he fails.
But must data DRM.
I'm gonna see if my full rule book here says anything differently here. Kind of silly. I don't understand why the TEM has to apply either. That seems really stupid, but what do I know? Because the entire point is it's just one guy. So I don't like. I could see the TM applying if you're overrunning because there's multiple squad, like a squad or something, but yeah, this isn't written any differently. That's a shame. Yeah, I don't. That needs a rewrite.
Yeah, that's bad.
So how do we want to play this? They can't do anything anymore, or I
Is there
still get to
anything
move.
in the note 3? Is there anything in the note 3? Chapter A footnotes.
Note 3. Footnotes. Infantry overrun. The inclusion of an infantry overrun rule was a source of heated debate among our playtesters, many of whom opposed it as unnecessary complication. Others pointed out endgame problem using a single man counter as unrealistic sacrifices to block movement into hexes required for victory hexes. The resulting rule is an attempt to deal both with the artificial time constraints of the game turn and to give lone SMC the option of giving away before overwhelming force rather than risk elimination or capture. Yeah, so there's nothing that's doesn't
And nothing
speak.
about
Yeah,
if the unit does not take a leader pass check, is subject to the can't move penalty.
yeah, and I don't. Unfortunately, even though I have a lot of QA stuff, I don't see anything that says, "Well, what happens if they fail it?" Because it
Let's
just
ask Copilot to search. Find the
I'm
rule.
not. I don't trust no robot. No.
I'm gonna ask a robot if it can find a rule.
Yeah, in a rule book, it does not have and does not understand. Um, yeah. So how do we want to play it? Do they can still move or not move? Do you want to flip a coin or something or?
Yeah, we could just flip it, or you could just move the guy.
Okay. Well, I'll move him and we'll get. Like I said, I don't think I can win this. We'll get kind of crazy with it. So, I will declare CX with him, and it'll go to K8 for 1.
Okay, I'm back in the world. K8
For 1.
for 1.
Yep.
Okay, K8.
K7 for 2.
K7 for 2. All right. Well, I guess we got to shoot you there. The question is, what do we got to shoot you with? How many guys? So we will shoot that guy with 16 down 1.
Yeah, 16 down 1. Sure. Okay. Sometimes I don't understand. Pin test check. Actually, well, yeah, no, they don't cower because leader. All right. Well, K6 for 3.
That was hilarious. That's all I have to say about it. Okay, fine. We'll subsequent for 8 down 1.
Sounds good. 5 on 8 is probably like a 2 check. All right, well, that's game over. I can't imagine winning at this point. That's a shame.
That was a
That is a shame.
very weird scenario, was it not?
Um,
I think we both found it very frustrating.
I don't know if I found it frustrating. I definitely don't think I played the glider landing properly. Not in the sense of like rule wise or whatever, just its location. Similarly, like I definitely think that there is that the victory condition should not be that the Belgians can be on the other side of the bridge, because the entire point of the bridge would be like, well, the gun watches the bridge, so the guns can destroy tanks and vehicles, and maybe there's set DCs, right? Like very similar to a bridge too far, right? Like the entire point is to prevent the bridge from blowing up. But if you're in J1, like there's no, why are the Belgians setting up demolition charges on the opposite side of the bridge. They wouldn't do that, right?
Right. Historically, it makes no sense for the victory conditions to say within 3 hexes of the bridge and not within 3 hexes of the bridge west of the canal.
Yeah, and like I can understand being on the western side. The other thing too that's really tough is that the it's Belgian MMC support weapon or gun. So whether it's a mortar, whether it's an AT gun, like there's so many weapons that you can place that will be able to see the bridge that just make it really tough for the Germans to eliminate everything. Like I would need to kill all of your guys realistically at this point in order to prevent that thing from happening. Because
Right. I mean, on turn 6, I will have 3 chances to recover this mortar and change its covered arc,
yeah, so
and the game's over.
and the only other things I could do would be like the 758 goes here as an assault move. The casemate apparently is wall counts as wall for shots at the casemate if you're outside of it. Didn't realize that. Um, the guys that didn't shoot here would attempt to move into L7. So with the leader,
Right.
um, then this stack in P11, this technically goes away, but this stack, whether I go through Q11 or not, but the plan would be to get to S10, and then stack in N11, tries to make it either to O9 or N8 to pressure the HMG.
Right.
And then, hopefully I kill the guy here at this point. But, if I'm whether or not like all these guys have to pass all their morale checks, but at this point I'm not, which is a real big bummer. Yeah, it's just so that was a 5 on 8. What's a 5 on 8? I'm pretty sure it's a 2 check. Yeah, it's a 2 check. So I rolled an 8. He has a morale of 8. Yeah, so even with Fnatic, that wouldn't matter. So it really comes down to just like, yeah, it's unfortunate. Like because there's no cover here. Anybody, I mean, the critical hit fucked me up. If it wasn't for the critical hit on that guy to eliminate a 758,
These guys need to get there. That's right.
yeah. But again, like it's silly that I would have to sacrifice 1 or 2 squads to be here and then try to cross the bridge because the entire point of the gliders is to be on this side, not, you know. Anyways,
Right. And I got a luck ball shot at you, but
but
I
even if they
had
survive, like what?
5 more weapons that could shoot at him.
Yeah,
Like,
and what do I do for 6 turns? Right. By the time I fight my way to the casemate,
yeah.
they're kind of just boned.
Yeah,
So
what I thought was the dumbest thing was the fact that you literally can't leave these weapon positions because they have line of sight to the bridge.
yeah, and it kind of, I don't know. I find like,
So how are you supposed to kill all of this stuff, right? And like eliminate all resistance so that
mm-hmm,
I can't just man a gun on turn 6, right?
mm-hmm,
And then get your way to the bridge
yeah.
as well. I think that is a little bit imbalancing. And I don't know if there was a more precise plan. I don't think so. I think your plan was fine.
I think the only thing I mentioned this before, but I think the only other thing I could have done differently is front load the gliders, whether it's uh, on in this open ground where all the hedges were, because you didn't have that many guys that were on the top of the hill. The guns, like only one can really see them. Or go to P7, like swarm that area, and just pray, just pray.
Right,
Um,
right. Yeah. Hope you don't crash half your gliders and the game's over.
exactly. I mean, I don't think like here wouldn't have been that bad because there's not. really, like, all I'm
No, yeah.
worried about is.
Once we kind of grok those rules, you have some safe landing spots right
Hmm.
in here.
Yeah. And even if,
So
like,
maybe, yeah, maybe like an assault here, a little closer over here. Maybe there was a way you could have put, like you put a ton of, you just blew right through me here, but it took 4 turns, right?
yeah, I had to make my way there. I think the other thing too that I think is very indicative of the issue with this scenario, and one I would easily and handily change, is that it's 11 squads to 20. Um, and those are numbers that you can't recover from. If you're the attackers, right, and you are facing twice the number of defenders, it doesn't really matter if you're pinned for 2 turns and you can't move, because I still have to cross, for the most part, open territory. But even if I'm not crossing open ground, like, I need to kill a lot of people. And I was grabbing a lot of prisoners. I have 4.5 squads as prisoners, look at the board. Like, you still have so many guys around, right? So,
Yeah, I lost 10 squads, including prisoners, and I still have 10 squads.
mhm.
That's a lot of
mean,
dudes.
meanwhile, I lost three, or sorry, 2.5, plus all my leaders save the 9-2 got wounded, which is another thing that, like, really hurts, is that, I don't get the movement bonus anymore. I can't run
Right.
around and really take advantage of the units being pinned, all that sort of stuff. So I think part of it definitely is my setup. My gliders, I could have done differently with my gliders and land closer to the objective. But I think trying to overcome 20 squads is a bit much, even if the Germans are super soldiers. Like, assault move, and with +1 LV, like, assault fire is still, every building is stone. Like, it's still tough to get into. So maybe if.
Yeah, I think you're onto something there. That like the idea that the scenario designer gave you these Ubermensch,
Hmm,
you know,
so then the
I
Belgians
mean
can
that's
just
the
have
thing,
this.
but it doesn't change the fact that it's the victory conditions are super difficult, and I have a million guys.
Hmm. Like, I think if you dropped, 4 or 5 squads from the entire group, um probably take out, like, if you're looking at the scenario card, there's that group, it's a 457, 3 4 3 7s, 8 0, and a mortar. Take that out and have it so that the LV hindrance is like the first 2 turns. I think you start to
Yeah,
see.
the LV hindrance. Why would you not just use the miss rules, right? Why do we, it I think this is one of those scenarios where it's too clever by half. Like,
Hmm.
doing all this goofy stuff instead of how about I don't outnumber you 2-1 and I'm only pinned for the first turn.
Oh, we were also. I think another problem we had, and this is just through multiple things. We forgot about point blank fire and stuff. You were penalized.
Oh,
You couldn't
gee
do triple
whiz,
point.
the doubling minus a point. Yeah,
Yeah, if you were doing point blank fire, you still doubled, but you minus one. So stuff
yeah.
like that.
I mean,
So just
it's relevant in kind of your last charge here. I don't know that I've had a whole heck of a lot of super effective shots.
no, not really. But still,
I mean, on the
um,
first 2 turns, we didn't forget, which is when it was most important, right? When I'm pinned and then you're adjacent to me and it doesn't matter.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I just think there were too much chrome layered on top of this one. That
Yeah.
it's probably a really hard scenario to balance. Like you'd have to play this a billion times.
I still think you cut a couple of the guns out. You cut out the one entire group so that it's 16 to 11 instead of 20 to 11 for the Belgians, and you make the LV, first 2 turns, first 3 turns, because it's not like it's not historically, or at least like from the briefing that the card gives you, it's just saying that it's early morning. And if it's early morning, then, I think by 5:30 in May, you're probably you're probably okay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you'll have that much of a LV hindrance.
Well, I will say it was maybe not the most balanced effort, but it was entertaining. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
Frustrating, very frustrating, but
But that's
entertaining.
more
Like it was
dice
just
than.
so abnormal to like, you know, you're getting thumped in the first two turns, and you literally can't do anything. You can't move. Your
Hmm.
fire is wholly ineffective. I mean, it's just like, did we need the first two turns? Like just like you said, cut five squads and lower the, the visibility hindrance, and let's just play the game.
Yeah, and like I can understand them you wanting to have gliders because that's it's a selling point, right? Give them gliders, you got to do the glider stuff. That's cool, whatever. But I could also, to your point about like cutting the first two turns, well, just make just have the Germans be placed on map, pinned for turn one or whatever, right? And have it be that they've landed, but that you still have, you don't, you still have to move, you still have to grab territory, because anyways, sometimes I look at those briefings and I try to see like, obviously you don't necessarily want to design a scenario to have a specific result because that kind of takes the fun out of it, at least in
Right.
most respects. But if the point is like, well, the Germans land and within 15 minutes they've cleared out the entire area, it's like, okay, well, you're not representing that in 6.5 turns, 7 turns, right? That's not anywhere near the same. You
Right. Right.
historically you wouldn't have that many, or like you wouldn't have that many Belgian squads unless they were all like, nobody gets to shoot for the first 4 turns or whatever.
Right. Right.
Like all Germans get -2 on their IFT die roll. It's like you'd have them do it something along those lines rather than anything else. So anyway, but nonetheless, that is the first scenario of this scenario pack. So it's not like
We
this is
got
the.
more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's plenty. I'm just trying to see if I can see the scenario pack here because I don't think the archive has quote unquote the right one. Phasing the
Hmm.
Blitz. So the next one, it's still the same location, quote unquote. But we'll see. I think there's a lot of pre-placed stuff, um, which will kind of give an idea as to what maybe they could have just done for scenario one. Um, and in this case, it looks like it'll be 19 Belgian squads to 8 German squads. So,
Oh my goodness.
yep, and the Belgians are apparently the attackers. We'll see if that's the actual case, because sometimes the archive gets a little wrong. But nonetheless, we
Okay.
will
Okay. Yeah.
we'll have that ready for next week. So hopefully people will be looking forward to it. And like I said, once we're done with Sturm Group Beton, we'll do Sturm Group Eisen, and that'll be Rob as the Germans in that one. So we'll both get shots at. Actually, I'm gonna double check it too to make sure that there's. I'm sure there are Ubermensch there too, but I'll double check just to make sure. And yeah, we'll have fun next week.